Hello, my name is Suhani Shankar, and I'm going to be talking about multiple sclerosis. What is multiple sclerosis? Multiple sclerosis, or MS, is an autoimmune disease where the body's own immune system mistakenly attacks the nervous system. Specifically, it targets myelin, which is the protective layer around nerve fibers in the brain and spinal cord. When this myelin gets damaged, it disrupts communication between the brain and the rest of the body, leading to a variety of neurological symptoms. Now, why does this happen? Scientists don't have a single answer, but they do know that MS is likely caused by a combination of genetic, environmental, and immune system factors. For example, if you have a family history of MS, your risk is slightly higher, but genetics alone don't cause it. Environmental factors also play a role. Things like low vitamin D levels, viral infections, and smoking all have been linked to MS. In fact, research suggests that people who live farther from the equator because where there's less sunlight have a higher risk because their bodies don't produce as much vitamin D, which plays a role in immune system regulation. Once the immune system starts attacking the myelin, the damage builds up over time. Scar tissue forms, which further blocks nerve signals. This leads to the symptoms of MS, which can range from mild to severe, and the course of the disease is different for everyone. Some people experience occasional relapses, while others have a steady progression of the symptoms. This unpredictability is what makes MS so challenging, both for doctors and those living with the disease. What are symptoms of MS? The symptoms of MS vary a lot from person to person, depending on which nerves are damaged. One of the most common early symptoms is fatigue. Many MS patients describe feeling completely drained even after a full night's sleep. Another common symptom is numbness or tingling, which is felt in the arms, legs, and face, and occurs because the nerves aren't transmitting signals properly. MS can also affect muscle function, leading to weakness, spasms, and difficulty walking. Some people experience vision problems such as blurred vision, double vision, or even temporary blindness. Since MS affects the brain, cognitive issues such as trouble concentrating, memory problems can also occur. And because MS disrupts nerve signals, it can lead to bladder and bowel dysfunction, which can be frustrating and difficult to manage. There are different types of MS. The most common form of MS is relapsing remitting MS, which is where the symptoms come and go in waves and are followed by periods of recovery. Others may have a progressive form, where symptoms gradually worsen over time. What makes MS so difficult to live with is its unpredictability. You never know when a symptom might flare up or how it might affect your daily life. This is why early diagnosis and treatment are so important. Are there treatments for MS? Currently, there is no cure for MS. However, there are treatments that help slow the disease and manage symptoms. One of the most effective ways to slow down MS progression is through disease modifying therapies, or DMTs. These medications help reduce the frequency and severity of relapses by targeting the immune system to prevent it from attacking myelin. Some common DMTs include interferon beta drugs, which regulate immune activity, and monoclonal antibodies, which block specific immune cells from causing damage. Steroids are often used for short-term relief during a relapse as they help reduce inflammation and speed up recovery. However, long-term management of MS also includes lifestyle adjustments, especially physical therapy to maintain mobility and muscle weakness, and exercise, which includes low-impact activities like swimming or yoga, can be really beneficial. Since MS can affect the entire body, many patients take medications for specific symptoms. Muscle relaxants to help with spasms, antidepressants can address mood changes, and bladder control medications can help manage inconsistency. The key to managing MS is finding the right combination of treatments that work for each individual. Research into newer treatments, including stem cell therapy and neuroprotective drugs, is ongoing, offering hope for better management in the future. My thoughts on the disease. Obviously, MS is a very complex and devastating and fragile disease to our nervous system. It's alarming to think that a simple miscommunication in the immune system can lead to such life-altering symptoms. What's frustrating is that even though we know a lot about how MS works, We still don't fully understand what causes it or how to stop it. One of the most difficult things about MS is that it often develops in younger adults, people who are in their 20s and 30s, who are just starting their careers and their families. Imagine being at the prime of your life and suddenly facing a diagnosis that could make walking, seeing, thinking, or any daily functions a challenge. That is why research into MS is so important. We need better treatments and ultimately a cure. This brings up the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. While MS isn't completely preventable, research shows that certain factors like getting enough vitamin D, which is sunlight, avoiding smoking, and managing stress may lower the risk or at least slow its progression. This isn't just about MS. It's a reminder that the choices that we make today can impact our health in ways that we don't even realize yet. The nervous system is something we often take for granted, but once it's damaged, it is very challenging and very hard to repair. That is why we have to protect it while we can. MS is a disease that not only affects individuals but also families and communities. It's unpredictable and it can impact every part of a person's life, from their ability to work to their relationships and to their independence. Treatments focusing on managing symptoms and slowing down progression, but they don't reverse the damage. Research is important, and scientists are exploring new ways to stop the immune system from attacking myelin and to even repair the damage that has already been done. But while we wait for a cure, there is something that we can all do: raise awareness. Many people don't know much about MS until it affects someone they love. By learning more about it, supporting research, and advocating for better treatments, we can push for real progress. This disease is a crucial reminder about how important a healthy lifestyle is, not just for those with MS, but for everyone. The way that we treat our bodies matters today, whether it's making sure we get enough sunlight, staying active, avoiding smoking, incorporating fruits, vegetables, and healthy foods into our diet. These small choices add up over time. The brain and nervous system are incredibly powerful, but and also really vulnerable. Taking care of them is now one of the best things we can do for our long-term health. Thank you.